People laughed at the price of this house, until they looked inside it. We are used to seeing the common monotonous houses around us and do end up living in one. But some creative minds like to experiment and build unusual houses. Some of their houses are so weird that the idea of living in such houses is laughed upon. Here are some of the weirdest houses. When this couple of Canadian artists realized that they would never earn enough money to buy a house for their art, so they decided to build a house with their own hands. The result is a unique island house surrounded by a garden. The floating home was created by Catherine King and Wayne Adams and is known as Freedom Cove. It is located on a lake in the Canadian province of British Columbia. It takes 45 minutes to reach the nearest city by boat. Wayne is proud of having built the house using only a saw and a hammer without the help of power tools. Construction of the house began in the early 1990s. Today the 12 interconnected floating platforms hold different creatively painted rooms as well as a garden, a workshop, sculptures and art gallery along with a dance floor. There's also a lighthouse which also serves as a shower because every inch of the island is used to its fullest freedom. Cove is an excellent example of eco-friendly living. Its owners recycle all their wastes and grow their own food in greenhouses. They fish in summer and drink water from coastal waterfalls, and electricity is supplied by solar panels. The majority of Australia's population lives on the coast near water and trees, but there are people who don't mind settling in the desert. However, the heat here is unbearable. There are sandstorms and not even a shred of shade. The people at Coober Pedy, where opals are mined, have houses built underground for more than a century. This is how they managed to keep the temperature in their homes at around 22 degrees Celsius without using air conditioning. However, many locals still prefer underground houses, but not only out of respect for tradition. This standard house with 3 bedrooms, a living room, a kitchen. The creators of this Swedish hotel complex hotel is inspired by the idea of a tree house. It has several comfortable tree houses where you can stay as if you were in an ordinary hotel. The most curious room is known as the Mirror Cube, which is as a surprising hideaway nestled between trees and camouflage with mirrors reflecting the surroundings. The forests, the clouds, the whole landscape is mirrored on each wall of the cube, making it virtually invisible if you're worried about the birds that could crash into the invisible house. The hotel is covered with an infrared film which can only be seen by birds, while for us humans that walls the cube are just a mirror. The treehouse can only be accessed via a suspension rope bridge. This unique and exclusive room features a double bed, a small bathroom and a terrace inside. The Mirror Cube is decorated with birch plywood. 6 windows in different parts of the room offer a great view overall. After seeing this house, introverts or people who live in big cities who are tired of the noise will probably dream about it at night. This unusual wooden house is built on a rock sticking out of the water in the middle of the Drina River in Serbia. At first glance, it seems that the house ended in the water by accidents. Maybe because of a flood or a hurricane, because no one in their right mind would build a house on a rock. However, the house was put up here in 1968 by a group of friends for their summer vacation. They usually got to the house by swimming despite the river's fast current. At first they built a kind of canopy on the island, but then they came up with the idea of building a house. The materials for the house were delivered by boat, and after a while a beautiful house appeared on the rock. The fluctuations of the water level destroyed the house several times, but it has always been rebuilt because it has become a worldwide renowned local attraction. Bruce Campbell, a 69-year-old American engineer from Hillsboro, Oregon, bought a second-hand Boeing 727-200 for $100,000 over 15 years ago and turned it into his dream house. Of course, Bruce had to get rid of the seats to build a bedroom, a living room and an office inside the plane. In addition, he prepares breakfast, lunch and dinner in the former crew kitchen. Campbell had to modernize the old bathroom and install a shower. However, not everyone considers living in such a house to be particularly cozy, because after all it is a plane. Nobody would decorate their living room like an aircraft. But Spruce doesn't agree because his house is functional and comfortable. Many people visit Bruce to see and admire the unusual house in the state. The place is surrounded by a tidy lawn, which is regularly mowed by the owner. It looks like the front yard of any suburban house. Bruce also removes fallen leaves and other debris from the wings. Home is where the heart is, and these people are examples that any place can be turned into a house. All you need is dedication and will to do it.